Good morning, good morning, good morning. Happy Wednesday. Let's get into the charts. We're going to talk a little bit about the markets in the beginning here. Then we're going to take a look at a very important Dow Jones chart, and I want to get your opinion on. Then we're going to go into Bitcoin, where I think it might be headed. We're going to take a look at the current trades. If you guys have been sticking around, you'll know our last trade we closed a couple days ago. We were up 165,000. And I let you guys know on my X account when I entered this trade. Also, I let you know in the Discord. I'm going to show you where that trade's at. And we did not get enough views on the last video to do the $200 Prime XBT giveaway. But you can get entered to win in today's video. I'll tell you how here in a little bit. But we need to get 1,200 views on this video. So make sure you share the video. Make sure you smash the thumbs up. Make sure you're subscribed, because you have to be subscribed to win. And let's get into it. All right, guys, here we go. CNBC, Dow Jones currently down 166 points, S&P down 23, NASDAQ down 154. And let's look at the headlines real quick. Auto giant Volkswagen warns of output stoppages amid next period chip disruption. Russia smug about Trump and Putin talks. Now they're on hold. Moscow's anxious. Meta lays off 600 employees within AI unit. A lot going on with the AI and chips right now. Is the bubble bursting? Is it going to let go and pop, or is it just going to continue? Hyperinflation is going to go to the moon. Everything go to the moon, but people can't afford to eat. I don't know. Let's see what's going on. Let's take a look at the Dow Jones chart. As you guys know, if we look here, here's the 2000 bubble right there, 2008 bubble right here. And look when they popped, how far they went down. Seemed like a big deal at that time, but we look at it now, it wasn't real big. But let's take a look at this. This is where we're at now, guys. If these two were bubbles, what do you call this? If this isn't a bubble, then I don't know. I have no idea. If this isn't a bubble, I have no idea what it is. So if we take a look, it looks like a rising wedge, right? An ending fifth wave diagonal. This would be a huge diagonal. Look, there's 5 wave structure in it. Alternate touches. We had a touch here, that's 1. A touch here, that's 2. No touches here. Touch here, that's 3. Touch here, that's 4. We could get up here still. It could go as high as like 48,000. So I'm not saying it's over yet, but I'm saying to watch this point. Now on the flip side, if it breaks above this could, let's put a target on there for just for crazy sakes, because it's possible it could happen, right? And let's put a target on there. Put a price. Where's that at? 63,400. Now I laugh, but I mean, who knows? If that happens, I'd have to say we've hit hyperinflation, right? That people aren't going to be able to afford anything, and the only thing making it go up is the value of the dollar going down at this point. I could be wrong about that too. Let me know in the comments below. Let's get into the rest of the video. But let me know what you guys think of this. If we'll do the same thing on the downside target here, depending on where it would break, if it would break, right? Looking at about 26,000, but it could go further. So if it went down, you know, like in the past, in the dot-com bubble, I don't remember what the dot-com bubble was exactly. It was like 50%, but if you guys are familiar with the Great Depression, which would line up with the 100-year cycle, we'll see what happens there. Let's get into Bitcoin. Don't forget, guys, if you guys are interested in trading, check out our sponsors down below, Prime XBT and BITUNIX. BITUNIX, you don't need KYC. Prime XBT, you can trade all markets, crypto, Forex, gold, silver, oil, S&P, Dow Jones, everything, all from one exchange. Definitely check them out if you haven't already. And as of right now, we do have a promo code. If you're new, sign up with a new account to Prime XBT, use the promo code Savvy30 bonus. I'll leave that up top. That will get you a 30% deposit bonus on whatever you put in. So if you put in $10,000, you get $3,000 sign up bonus. So yeah, just wanted to put that out there. Let's take a real quick look at the weekly. So we've been talking about this for a long time. if we do get down, the weekly gets down here and does another divergence like it has here, it kept making bullish divergence on the bottom, bearish divergence on the top. Eventually one of these are going to break and it's going to continue that direction. Now obviously if it continues and breaks this top trend, it's going to be extremely bullish. If it continues and breaks bottom trends, can be extremely bearish. I talked about this a little more detail in yesterday's video. You can go back and check that out. But let's take a look at where we're at. So this is our main trend line, kind of like the 48,000 for Dow, the 130 to 131,000 for Bitcoin is the price. Remember, if we break that area, we could see these ultimate highs that people are talking about. But if we've already topped here, and this was the last touch of this trend line, or, you know, we could even go up and touch it one more time in November. But if it cannot break this trend line and hold above, then we're pretty much looking for the bear market. And here are your targets for the bear market. Could go as low as the 78,000 or 100. And now, if you look back at the gaps, right, the price gaps, there is still a gap around 8,600. There's also one around 3,500, but that one is in the 8 hour. But on a daily chart, it's around 8,600 or somewhere in there. Everybody that believes the gaps has to fill, well, if you believe that, then it's got to go to them levels. But obviously it doesn't have to do anything. But these are your levels I'm going to watch for the bear market if we have confirmed a bear market. So anyways, let's get into our charts here. So as of right now, we are still getting rejected at the 0.236 fib right here. We got rejected at the 200 EMA up here. We are currently battling with these EMAs here. We have the 8, the 13, and the 24 on the 4-hour chart, right? And I showed you guys this yesterday. This channel, descending channel, we broke out, had kind of a fake out, which you can see here in the RSI, which this is a rising channel. So if we break the bottom, obviously in the RSI, we're going to continue down further, and that would get us probably somewhere in this $99 or $99,000 range. If we are able to turn around and break up and out of this, we could be looking at these targets here. So the 0.5 fib lies at around 115, golden pocket around 117 to 118, and then we have the 0.786 at 121. And obviously if we break this 126 high, we're going to new all-time highs, which would be looking at around that 130 range. But this is what I'm looking for. I'm going to show you guys where my positions are here in a minute. We're going to go over a couple more charts just to show you what I've been looking at. So I was looking at this as a 5th wave down, looking for possibly an ABC correction up. Now remember, this could go either way, but if this is, we've just witnessed the A and the B here, we could see C go all the way up to around that 117.5. Let me clear this up a bit. Let me put on our Fibonacci retracement from this high up here, this top to this bottom here, and see if that lines up with any of the other fibs, which it does, which would be the 0.618 here at on the 1-to-1 extension. I'm sorry if that doesn't make sense to you. Remember, guys, we're starting a trade group that you can learn this stuff. Me and another trader. It's going to be, we'll be getting it open pretty soon here. We're still working on it, maybe a couple days. Worst case scenario, it'll be, actually, I think we talked about November 1st, but you'll start to see it in the Discord. If you get in there, you'll see the rooms pop up, and we will be opening that stuff up soon. But anyways, so if that's the case here with the ABC, what's that going to look like? Something like this. So we get an A up here, this being the B down here, and then our C being all the way up here, and that being a big 1, 2, and then we would look for a third wave. Now, this is pure speculation at this point because none of it's happened, right? But let's take a look at what this would look like if that was the case, and then we were going to look for, if everything lines up, and then we're going to look for the third wave, right? And the third wave down would be pretty violent, would get us around to that 8,200. If that's the case, like I said, if you guys want to learn this stuff, we talk about it in the Discord. A lot of people have been in there for a long time, and there's a lot of different methods. And when they all match up, that's when you got a pretty good probability of a good trade coming. So anyways, after that, we would look for a 4th wave up, and then another 5th wave down. The 4th wave doesn't have to be that high, but you get to see what I'm saying. So anyways, that's what we're looking at there. This is another thing I want to look at in the daily. Remember, guys, when I circled this and told you about the daily sell signal, and usually after daily sell, what do? We go up, retest the 55 before continuation down. So if this is correct, right, what are we looking for here? Well, then we would be looking for a retest of the bottom trend line at some point here, depending on how long it would take to get down there. But that's where I would expect to see a bounce if we were going to get one. And then what would that do in the... So we get a B, or a 1, 2, 3. This should be ABC, but anyways, you see what I'm saying. Then we come up here. If this was to do this and we come up and break this top trend line, then what you would do is take a measured move. And I'm just kind of guiding you guys to what the trade setups are right now. I will show you where my current trade is here in a minute. That would get us back up to retest that all-time high if we did do that like this. But again, still looking for around this 100 possibly. We may not even get that. We may break up and out of here from now, but we'll be keeping a close eye on that. Don't forget, guys, we're going to look at the trade here in a minute. But before we do, don't forget, let's see. We do a random comment pick. If we get 1,200 views on this video, we will do the random comment pick on tomorrow's video. I'll pick a random comment from this video. You have to have, let's say, 150 comments, right? 1,200 views. It's not that hard. We get an average around 1,000 right now. Share the video if you belong to any groups, things like that. And I will be giving a $200 promo code to a random comment down below. And yeah, we got to get 1,200 views, guys. Make sure you're subscribed. Make sure you smash that thumbs up. Leave your comments below. Have discussions below. Do whatever. The more comments and stuff and thumbs up we get, the more YouTube algorithm will push the video out, giving you a better chance to be able to be given a $200 promo code. All right, let's take a look at our trade. Currently, as I told you guys, we were laddering in here. We kept laddering in, as I explained I would, right? Because I'm a swing trader, not so much a day trader. Although, in the new group, we'll be doing some day trading. But I like to swing trade. I like to build positions. I build it up. We are currently up 23,000. If you remember, a couple days ago, we closed our trade for over 160,000, right? So this is what I'm looking at here. I'm going to keep a close eye on this. I may put my stops in right around break even, which is going to be around 110.5, but I'll let you guys know what I do when I do it. So make sure you follow me on X. Make sure you check out our sponsors down below and check out these videos on how to trade. Take it easy, guys. I'm out.